Becky Norton from the Spirit of 76 Museum, and I'm here with Jenny Arntz, who is the director of Main Street Wellington. As you can see, we're not at the museum, and we're not at Jenny's office. We have found ourselves at the Lorraine County Fairgrounds, which is it's just a part of Wellington. A part of it's in Wellington, a part of it's in the township. So we aren't too far from the museum or from the office. And we find ourselves here in the heritage area of the fairgrounds. And as some of you may know, some of you may not know, that the fair will be in full swing in just about a month. So we thought we would come here. We found this cute little building that has arrived here in the Heritage Building, and we're trying to find out exactly what it is, what it was used for. And so we'll open the door here and see what's inside.
Hey, can I have some privacy?
Oh, no! Oh, my. Well, when you're done, come out. Oh, could you see that? Oh, my gosh, there's a man in there sitting down with a newspaper. Come out. All right, come on out. Maybe he can give us a clue what this wonderful building is. Oh, it's Bob Gordon. Hi,
Hello.
Bob. I know you're interested in history. What finds you here in this sweet little building?
This is an outhouse.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
A four-holer, so it's for everybody at one time.
Wow, that's really being chummy with your family, isn't it? Oh my gosh, can you see in, Jenny?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
That's right. Don't leave, Bob. We need to talk to you.
Let's see if I can sneak in.
Can you sneak in and you might want to lift the lids there so people can see.
There might be some extra surprises in there.
Yeah, Bob will go in and talk a little bit about the inside of this.
Okay.
So this would be for the bigger person. Mom, child, and baby.
Wow.
Wow.
So, Bob, some people call this a privy and some people call it an outhouse. This one's so fancy, I almost think we have to call it a privy, don't we?
We're going wild now.
Could you give us some history about this building? We'll disclose all the facts in a few minutes, but
surprises.
We'll let Bob talk for a minute here.
It was moved from Wellington to Medina, and it was in the city of Medina, and there was two gentlemen had bought it. They were antique dealers. They moved it from Medina to the east side of Medina next to the hospital. Mm-hmm. That's where their farm was. It was the Trump farm. And a year ago, they had an estate sale. Both of them had passed away, and I saw it there and got some more information on it. Here it came from Wellington, from the Norton estate, and maybe 30 years ago, 40.
I think, well, my husband grew up at a place where Bob's talking about. If some of you remember, we did a video on Sidney Warner, and this was the house that Sidney Warner had built. And he was a banker. He was big into the cheese industry at the time, quite a wealthy man. And if you've ever been in through Wellington and been past the Norton Eastman Funeral Home, it's a beautiful place. Well, they had a carriage house, and this mimics what the carriage house looked like. And so I'll let Bob pick it up from there.
So I got a hold of Craig Norton, which was part of this family.
And my husband, for full disclosure.
And Lagrange Engine Club, and we decided that it needed to come back to Wellington. Mm-hmm. So we bought it. Jim Clear moved it here, and so we've set it up kind of in a permanent place so everybody can enjoy the privacy.
Now, for further full disclosure, this is just sitting here. There's no pit underneath it.
Yes.
It won't be.
It is
Are you going to
unusable.
Yes. You don't want to come in and try and use it. Somebody might walk in on you after all. Are you putting some kind of a gate across here
Yes,
so people can see in?
I do have a gate here.
think of the wealth that this
Oh,
represents
nice.
for somebody.
This gate will be
Oh,
over
that's
there,
wonderful.
Oh,
so
nice.
people won't mess it up in there.
And if Jenny can go to the top, I love the little gingerbread. Is there a right name for that, Bob?
Is it a steeple? Corbel.
A corbel. On the top of it. So think of the wealth that was represented here. That it wasn't just any old privy. It matched the carriage house. It has all the seats in there.
Wallpaper.
At one time it was wired for electricity. I love it that it has the coat hooks and things on
Yes.
it, or in it, I should say, on it. So it's really a cool structure, and we thank our local people that are interested in history for saving it. So Bob, you mentioned the Lagrange Engine Club.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
That started 1970. And we were asked to come to the fairgrounds, put on a little show, so we've done. And so we've added a windmill, we have a heritage barn with antiques in it, and we've had a blacksmith shop put here.
You want to tell the history of the Heritage Barn?
The heritage barn came from the Elyria Fairgrounds. And it was no longer in use. They were going to tear it down. So the person that owned the grounds, gave it to us. And we moved it up here and fixed it up for everybody to enjoy during the fair.
What we'll need to do sometime, not today because I know you've got a lot to do, but the inside of the Heritage Barn is fabulous. If you come to the fair, which I really hope you come to the fair, to go in there and see all of the wonderful tools and machinery, and also well labeled so people know what they're looking at. It's really a sight. It's one of my favorite places, and I love the building. Now, you mentioned the Elyria Fair. That was originally the county fair, wasn't it?
Yes,
And then this was an independent fair,
yes.
and we merged together. And so we are celebrating the 176th this year. We got messed up because of COVID with our 175th. But now you have a big to-do, not you personally, but the Engine Club.
The third weekend of September, we'll be filling the fairgrounds up with antique equipment.
Yes. And if you haven't come to that ever, it's wonderful. You have this huge flea market. What else do you have for people?
We have usually a dozen or more steam engines, sawmills, shingle mills, oil field engines, motorcycles, anything old. People come and
It is really fascinating. Now, does your family still have steam engines?
yes,
You still running them?
yes,
Do you bring them?
no.
No. I didn't think that you display them anymore.
They have to be certified, and we have gasoline tractors, which are
Yes.
a little easier to run.
Yeah. Yeah, but the steam engines are just so special because they're just, but it takes a lot of knowledge with the boilers and how to run them correctly. If you haven't had a chance to see a steam engine, they do have, who brings the ones that they set, that they have the horns that go off at like noon? And they run
Whistles.
And whistles, I'm sorry, yeah, horns, not horns. I
well,
was thinking like a train horn, but it's a whistle.
It's people from all over and out of state too.
Yeah. Fascinating things
Now,
to see.
have you told them about the two presidents that might have used this?
Oh.
No. See, you've got knowledge that I don't have.
Ah. Did they carve their name or initials in there somewhere? Oops. Ah, sorry.
They might have left something, but I don't think it was that. Well, Warner was, I think, the treasurer of Ohio.
He was,
at
yes,
the
I know
time.
that part.
Right.
And I know that he ran for governor at one point, but stepped back because he didn't want to split the ticket.
So, now what Tim Simonson said, was it McKinley and Garfield?
Well, yes, because Garfield came when he was still a senator to the Christ Community Church and dedicated their altar cloth. So, yes, it would have been Garfield.
So Warner having a big house, he might have housed them there. And, so that's
And of course, we like to say at the museum that Archibald Willard probably used it too, because I don't know. I don't think Willard and Warner ran in the same kind of circles, but you never know. They might have crossed paths at one time. So, Well, Bob, what did we miss? Did we catch it
well,
wrong?
By the expert of Tim Simonson,
Who is really, really a local historian.
this is your
Oh,
paper.
wow. Corn cobs
You know,
or
you've
corn
heard
husks.
the term
Yep.
rougher than a corn cob. Well, I think
Just a little soft.
a little softer, yeah. A little more
Wow.
papery. And did I hear that the club is going to put curtains up at some
Curtains,
point?
and we hope to do a new slate roof on it.
Oh,
Great. It's so nice that you all are so interested in history, that you'll preserve the tools and the buildings and things. It's very, very important,
No, thank you.
and we appreciate it. And if you get a chance to come to the Lorraine County Fair, it is August 21st through 28th. Come to the Heritage Park, although there's lots more besides the Heritage area. Bob will be around, I'm sure, and a lot of the other members of the club. And if you missed the fair, then the third weekend in September, you'll want to come to the engine show because it's a fabulous event. They take up the whole fairgrounds. And there's an auction and just all kinds of things.
that's also on Friday, correct? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
And Jenny's got a First Friday event coming up next week, August.
There's always First Fridays.
I know there's always, but I wanted to let people know that if you can't come to our events or these community events, to come to Jenny's event and see downtown Wellington and the beautiful town hall. It really is a pretty place, and it's Wellington, Ohio, because there are other Wellington schools, but not Wellington, Lorraine County, Ohio. If you want more information, you can always get on Facebook and check out the Lorraine County Fair. You can do Wellington,
Village of Wellington?
Village of Wellington. Yes, that'll get you where you need to go. Does the Engine Club have a Facebook page, Bob?
They have a website.
Website. So it'd be Lagrange Engine Club. Look it up. So hope to see you at the fair. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.